How's it going, everybody? It is your guy, Craig Green, CG. I'm back. Took a little day off yesterday, but I'm back here with another edition of Falcons Daily. Hope everybody's having a good weekend so far. And I think Falcon fans could be having a really good weekend as well. We got some, seen some interesting news here over the last couple of days that I've saw, and some things I want to talk to you guys about. But before we get into that, again, want to thank everybody for subscribing to the channel and getting us over 350 subscribers. We're on our way to 400 subscribers. So thank you again so much. Again, this is Falcons Daily, presented by Fan Arch, and I am your host, Craig Green. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, please. And that way you will never miss any new content that we drop. So guys, let's take a look at an interesting article and an interesting piece of a podcast that I listened to. And this came from NFL on ESPN analyst Mina Kimes. Mina Kimes, she and her co-host were Kevin Clark. They were looking at fan bases in the NFL and ranking them based on some interesting factors and some interesting parameters. And their parameters, well, by Mina Kimes standards, the best fan base in the NFL, in her mind, was the Atlanta Falcons. That's right, Falcons family. She said the Atlanta Falcons were the best fan base in the league. And part of it is because of this right here. And this kind of gives you some of the reasons why they were ranking the fans here. Here's what Mina Kimes had to say. She said, they've been through the most. Nobody has been through 28-3. They by far have the weirdest team. They endure all this constant ongoing humiliation with equanimity, poise, resilience. They also have the perfect blend of nihilism with a tiny bit of hope that I find unbelievably charming. That came from the desk of Mina Kimes. And what Mina is, again, you see what they're talking about. Fans who have suffered, fans who have been through a lot, fans who every year scrape themselves off the deck, give themselves some hope, and watch all the ball games. So that's why she ranked the Falcons the #1 fan base in the NFL. But also, it's no surprise to see Mina Kimes taken up for the Falcons, as Mina Kimes is probably in terms of the national media, the number one Matt Ryan apologist out there. She is basically the ringleader of the Matt Ryan is underrated fan club. So, if you're not a Matt Ryan lover, Mina Kimes has something to say to you. But again, do you think the Falcons are the best fans in the NFL? Have we been through the most? Are we that snake bitten? Have we suffered that much really in over 66 years of football? It's hard to say. I mean, I look at teams like the Cleveland Browns, who haven't really won anything from anything. All the different things that have happened to them, over the years. Their team moves from Cleveland to Baltimore and then wins the Super Bowl like a couple of years later. I mean, that has to be a gut punch of all gut punches. But no, the Falcons have been through a lot. I mean, just think about it, guys. Let's look at, just even over the team's history. Let's go back to even to 1980. We're talking about 28-3. Let's go back to 1980, okay? The 1980 divisional playoff against the Dallas Cowboys, where the Falcons and Steve Bartkowski, a name you may know, some of you younger fans may not have actually seen him play, but he was the Falcons franchise quarterback, one of the original ones back in the late 70s and 80s. Steve Bartkowski and the Falcons had a fourth quarter lead on the Dallas Cowboys in the 1980 divisional playoff. Falcons blew that lead in the fourth quarter. Dallas ends up winning on I believe it was Randy White touchdown. I believe it went to, not sure, but Randy White was in the touchdown pass. Without that happening, the catch between the 49ers and Cowboys, had the Falcons held on to that lead, the catch never happens. So, we can go to 1980. We can look at, heck, even, you want to talk about Super Bowl 33, we finally get there after all the years. We finally get there. And of course, Eugene Robinson gets arrested for prostitution, and, Denver comes out with Terrell Davis, just smokes us. We can look into other things as well, too. 1993, Deion Sanders leaves Atlanta, joins the rival 49ers, comes back to Atlanta, pick six against the Falcons. I mean, let's plenty of things to hang our hat on here. 2012 NFC Championship game. Up 17-0 at halftime to the 49ers. San Francisco injures Matt Ryan in the fourth quarter. He suffers that shoulder injury late in the game. Roddy White interfered with on fourth down, which would have given us a first down and goal. Refs don't call it. 49ers go to the Super Bowl. I mean, heck, even 2004 NFC Championship game against the Eagles in the freezing temperatures. Go even further back. Priest Holmes and the Chiefs, 56-10 on the Falcons. Just embarrassing type of things to happen. Of course, there's 28-3. Yeah, being up that big in the Super Bowl, but also Detroit, 2014 in London. We talked about that last week. The Lions coming back and winning 22-21. These are some memories that they just stick in my mind. Things that the Falcons have really been through. And the biggest albatross of them all, the Michael Vick dogfighting thing. To me, that's much bigger than 28-3. But, Falcon fans have been through a ton. We have suffered a lot. Every year, I have to give it up to you. I have to give it up to the rest of the fan base here, Falcon family. You guys do get up off the canvas and you do dust yourself off. You put your Falcon shirt on and you sit in front of the TV. Even if you have this much hope, even if you have just the slightest glimmer of hope, you still sit there and you still are hopeful that something will go our way. And this year is no different. So, Mina Kimes, shout out to you and thanks for the acknowledgement. There are other teams that are more snake bitten than Atlanta, but the Falcons are definitely teams that are feeling it and reeling from it. But let's see, 2025, just like most Cowboys fans would say every year, 2025, it's our year. All right, let's move on. Okay. Middle of last week, Falcons began their phase 2 of OTAs. So really what that means for them is they're just going to be out there in helmets and shorts doing the things. You've probably seen some of the guys on social media out there just running around doing some of their own thing. Again, really phase 2 of the NFL program is just more of on-field workouts. It's just instructions, drills. You can line up offensive and defensive players across from each other this time through like 7-on-7s. It's a walkthrough, basically. Actually, I'm sorry, it's not team offense versus team defense. It is, you can line up offensive and defensive players. I guess you can line them up against each other, but there's no competition, so to speak, in those moments. But again, it's a little bit different of the phase. After that, you'll have phase 3, which will be the OTAs. 7-on-7, 9-on-7, 11-on-11 drills will be allowed then. But again, guys in helmets and shorts, you're going to see the Falcons out there just kind of, getting used to things, getting acclimated, and maybe trying to find the right recipe here for what you need to cook up an NFC South championship to get the Bucs off the top of the ladder there. All right, the center position. We've talked about that ad nauseum over the past week, 2 weeks. Ryan Newsel, he's on a milk carton. Don't know where this guy's at. He has not signed his tender with the Falcons. So what the Falcons have done then, they went ahead and signed Michael Gonzalez to play center. He's an interior offensive lineman. Usually played guard at Louisville. He's going to end up transitioning to be our center. Reason why is because we don't have one. And he played left guard for Louisville over the last couple of seasons every game. They feel pretty good about Gonzalez being able to transition to center, just sliding over one spot to the middle. Gonzalez is listed 6'4", 305 pounds. Good run blocker, decent pass blocker. So Dwayne Ledford's going to have a project on his hands, the offensive line coach for the Falcons, to get Michael Gonzalez up to speed. And again, Ryan Newsel, not in the building, hasn't signed his tender, don't know what's going on with him. So the Falcons cannot really wait around on Ryan anymore. They're going to have to just do their thing and move forward. So good luck to Michael Gonzalez. We'll see how all that shakes out. And we will go from there. And we'll see how we'll see how he adapts to playing center for Atlanta. Hopefully well, and he and Michael Penix will get a good rapport and a good chemistry built up together. Last and certainly not least, want to send a shout out to our franchise guy, the best player in franchise history. Happy belated birthday to our guy, Matt Ryan. He celebrated his birthday on the 17th over the weekend here. And just a quick look at some things that you know all about Matt Ryan if you follow the team. Again, drafted in 2008 with the third overall pick in the 2008 NFL draft. A lot of people wanted the Falcons to take Glenn Dorsey, the defensive lineman, but the Falcons were still hurting really after the Michael Vick era. 2007 was a very painful season. I mean, talk about things that the Falcon fans had to endure. You had to endure, 2007 fans, you had to endure the law firm of Joey Harrington and Byron Leftwich as our quarterbacks. That was terrible. I mean, I remember one time going home, and I was so angry that I took my Falcons jersey off and threw it on the floor after coming home from watching a Falcons game on a Sunday afternoon with watching Byron Leftwich throw the football as if he's trying to throw strikes to a catcher. Just everything low into the dirt. I was so frustrated. Anyway, we got past that era. We move into the Matt Ryan era again. He's drafted third overall from Boston College. Immediately helps turn the franchise around. First back-to-back winning seasons in the entire history of the franchise happened with Matt Ryan as the signal caller, as the leader of the team. Went to the playoffs our first year with him as quarterback. Again, missed the playoffs in year 2, but still had a winning record. Again, won 3 division titles, 2010, 2012, 2016. And again, who can remember 2016, of course, NFL MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, should very close to been Super Bowl MVP that year. But again, then just really take a look at his numbers. You want like solid numbers. Matt Ryan basically holds every passing record in Falcons history, pretty much every single one of them. 59,735 yards, 367 touchdowns. And again, that's just in Atlanta alone. In the NFL, of course, 7th all-time in passing yards, 9th all-time in touchdowns, 5th all-time in completions. 65.6% of his completions he finished over his career. Passer rating of 93.6. I mean, that's career numbers right there. And again, he went to Indianapolis unceremoniously in my opinion. I mean, when Matt Ryan was traded, I'm not afraid to admit it, I cried that day. When Matt Ryan was traded, I was very emotional about that. I saw the writing kind of on the wall. And then when they finally did it, I really couldn't believe that they were going to move on from Matt Ryan in order to try to bring in, in order to try to bring in Deshaun Watson. Wow. How the mighty have fallen. But again, happy 40th birthday to Matt Ryan. Now he is a CBS studio analyst for the NFL on CBS. And, hopefully you're doing good things. And I hope you see this video. And again, happy birthday from Falcons family and from myself and from Falcons Daily directly to you, number 2. All right, guys, thanks again for tuning in. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you don't miss any of the new content we will share. Had to take the day off because we had some things to do yesterday. And look, move some things around. Got the new red flag up there as well. So, guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in. And we will see you next time with more Falcons Daily. Until then, this is your guy, CG, sayonara, and buenos noches.